right, welcome to Smokey Reacts. I'm your boy journalist, and on this one, we are here to check out I exposed two rappers, viral song strategies. This one is going to be from Pat CC. I seen this video and I was like, I wanted to watch it by myself, but then I was like, maybe I should do a reaction to it just in case I could give any extra additions to anything that he might be saying, but also because one of the people that we have in this video, that Eric Reprid, I believe is how you say his name, is one of the artists that is being discussed. So I was like, oh, it'd be pretty good to check out. So that's how we got here. Thank you guys very much for joining me. If you could please hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description, and let's get into it.
I recently witnessed two upcoming artists go viral through two totally different genius content strategies that earned both of them 2 million streams on their songs within 1 month. And I'm going to break down exactly how they did it and why it worked. Now, the first strategy might be pretty easy for you to copy or at least take heavy inspiration from, but the second one, not so much.
That's why I wanted to check this video out, because what Eric has done, a lot of men are not going to be willing to just be that brash. But hey, I respect it, and actually the songs are hard. The songs are hard, despite how crazy they sound.
You might have to compromise your morals a little bit. Anyways, first up we have Rayusi. He implemented a new experimental vocal technique, which I'm sure many people are going to compare to Lil Yachty, what he did with Poland. I took the walk. But it definitely has an original flair to it.
Buffeting from the fan, that shit sounds crazy. I've not heard that. I don't know who Rayusi is, so like that was a new one for me.
Fire, super angelic, and it has the dancey drums to it. So how do you market it? Well, Rayusi is a young genius, and he thought to himself, wow, it kind of sounds like I'm rapping into a fan like we all used to do when we were kids. So he posted this on Instagram Reels. That's it. No fancy lighting, no fancy cameras. Just grab the iPhone, came up with a good idea, let it rip. 250,000 likes and 2 million views on Instagram Reels. Now, as soon as he posted this, I was already following him, and I posted on my Instagram story and I just said, genius marketing, Rayusi did it first, because I thought that people would just start using that vocal effect and steal it from him. Like, I thought it would become a trend. Now, why did this work from a content perspective? Well, the reason why it worked is also the same reason why it might not work for you. Rayusi was able to successfully tap into the nostalgia factor, right? Tap into something that we can all relate to. If you can find something that is extremely relatable and somehow apply it to your song, you have a recipe for virality, because obviously it's shareable. I think whenever you make a piece of content promoting your music, you have to think about, is this something I would send to my buddy? Because I know all of you be sending memes and whatever. You send whatever you find on your Instagram feed, you send it to your friends, and then you like it or react to it or maybe talk about it in the DMs. This is something where even if you don't even like the song, you'd probably send it to somebody and be like, yo, maybe your brother or sister, yo, remember when we used to do this when we were kids? So, you know, there's a chance that a significant portion of the people weren't even really interested in the song, but they shared it. And then obviously that gets people who will actually be interested in the song to go and stream it. I feel like a lot of upcoming artists base their content around, I just want to get people to like this song, when you should really be saying, I want to get people to like this content. It's an unfortunate game. It's a song when you should.
I would say that's slightly wrong. I want people to like me for the content I am giving them, because the overall goal is where I feel like the virality stuff that people are doing, they end up just liking that piece of content instead of falling in love with the person. And this is where somebody like LaRussell really wins, is you enjoy the content he provides because it's original and it's kind of funny, but you end up staying because you're like, fuck, I like that guy. And then you end up liking that guy and wanting that guy to win. So then now that guy has a way to win, because he has a way to kind of cultivate a group of people that are like, well, I'm willing to throw in behind this person. That's where I would say just the small little tweak is you want them to like the content, but you want them to like you for the content, because that's the win.
Really be saying, I want to get people to like this content. It's an unfortunate game. It's a necessary evil that you have to do. And if you're saying, oh, I don't want to be a content creator, I just want to make music, that's cool, bro. Do you. I'm here for the people that want to actually make content and give themselves a chance to blow up. Just the idea that you're only going to post.
Again, to double down on my point I just gave, the whole reason I like Shorty is because I was like, oh, that's cute. She's just doing the little thing with the coffee mug right there. And then I ended up liking the music. And then I was just like, oh, well, if she's going to keep the coffee mug, then I'm with it. Not like she can't put it down, but just like, I liked how she was just like, I'm casually just doing this shit on the street. Like, what the fuck? I like that. It was a really good marketing technique.
Post a high quality visual and people are going to share it just because they think the song is really good is just low. At the same time, if you do try a content strategy that is extremely relatable, it could fall flat because it's just not that unique. So I think the key recipe here was that Ryusi had something unique in the song, which was his vocal presence. That was unique. The song was inherently unique, and then the content marketing was extremely relatable. So you could do the inverse, which is like, you know, make a song with super generic lyrics that everyone can relate to, you know, demons in my head, I'm so sad, or pull up on your block and air it out, you know, all of your favorites, fast car, NASCAR, you know, the stuff that you're writing about. And then your marketing is something crazy, like you're swallowing a goldfish and then spitting it up in the air and catching it in your hand and slapping your grandmother with it. I don't know. And I think the most important part is, instead of getting comfortable, Ryusi just kept his foot on the gas and started posting on Instagram Reels every other day, either the same exact video or implement a new top text caption to snag viewers' attention. And no, not necessarily all of them worked, but I mean, shit. 320K, 530K, 110K. We got when an earthquake happens, but your session's not done. When you're recording, but a fan wants a feature. That's funny. Just recorded a song with my fan. This was the second.
That the fan one works as well, because I don't know about anybody else, but the amount of times I've been in the studio and forgot to turn the fan off, and that's in the take, and we got to redo the take, but that was the take. Oh.
Caption that actually blew up bigger than the first one, and he was basically leaning into the idea that your friend, you know, somebody that you're riding in a car with, has really shitty speakers. And again, I don't know if this is strategic or not, but I feel like him wearing the wife beater and him wearing the pajamas just makes him look a little bit more relatable. Makes him look like, okay, he's really just some kid grinding, and a lot of sort of normal people on the internet can connect with that.
That's another thing I'll be trying to get people to understand. When you want to grow, you need to grow from a place of relatability. People love to come in too polished, too clean, all that shit. That, like, why? I'm not gonna like you then. I got in when you were cool, and nobody likes to get in on shit when it's cool. Everybody wants to feel like they found the thing before it was cool, so they could be like, I was there from the beginning. So you got to put the little bit of the dirt back in the picture, because we have been trained, especially in the social media era, how to manicure our lives. So unmanicuring them for content is like, it feels really weird because nobody wants to show that. But that's the stuff. That's why, like, the wife beater and the pajama pants, like, that shit work. It makes him feel like he's on the come up. Chain's not too big. It's just big enough for you to be like, oh, that's a rapper. Like, he's got a rapper's chain. He's on his way.
Maybe that's just actually how he dresses. Maybe that had nothing to do with it, but it is just something I picked up on. This is January 16th, so this is like 2 weeks after he posted the first one. So you can just see he's being really consistent, and he actually tried to go with this like Temu AirPods type of thing, like leaning on the fact that the AirPods that you got were broken, or, you know, you got some boof speakers or something like that. I want to say he actually posted a lot more than what he's reflecting. I think maybe he deleted some of the ones that didn't perform as well. He might have even been posting every single day. Funny enough, you would think, oh, this probably crushed on TikTok, but it actually didn't, at least compared to Instagram Reels. It seemed like he was posting way more consistently on TikTok, but as you can see, we got 116K, 64K, 12, 20, 34, 10, less than 10, 25K, 3K. It didn't really hit as hard, which is interesting, because it even questions what I may or may not know about marketing. And it's that I focus a lot of time marketing songs on TikTok, and maybe I need to spend more time on Instagram Reels, because Ryusi's a perfect example of something that totally worked, went well above and beyond on Instagram Reels, and didn't hit as hard on TikTok. And as you can see, Clay Hart has 2 million streams, and it was dropped January 10th. But I'd be willing to bet that the reason why this has 2 million streams is because he got that huge clout stimulus stream package from Instagram, probably was streaming 80 to 150 to maybe 200,000 streams per day. He let it sit for a while and then is going to let the Spotify algorithm just take it and run with it. However, our next subject for today actually came up with the marketing, or at least knew what was going to go viral before the song was even finished. Here we go.
I fuck so much pussy, I might switch to bussy. The bitch is Asian and I call her for some sucky.
Hey, keep it 100. I got that motherfucker on my phone. I have the playlist that I made. It's called April Sleepers. If you want to check out the playlist of all the stuff I listened to April. But I was walking down the street listening to that motherfucker when I was in Glasgow last week. Boy, that shit hit hard. I was walking down the street like, that shit good. Or that Ginger record too.
What did he say? I'm not gonna repeat those lyrics, so I'll just let you read them. That's an insane way to start a song. I think we can all agree. Now,
Joe, he be leaning hard on that C word too. He be leaning hard on that C word. That shit is about to start a problem somewhere. I promise you.
not Asian, but I'm not sure that they use this word to describe each other as friends. Like, I'm pretty sure that's just exclusively a racial slur. I'm not 100% sure. Definitely very controversial to start the song with a racial slur, but he's Asian, so he can do that, right? But obviously, this is the line that got everybody talking. He has, I'm just gonna say it, all right? He's had so much girls, he wants to switch to fucking dudes in the ass. I mean, that's what it is. Well, he said he might. He didn't say that he will. He really doubled down on this shit. He said, "Badussy a wrong."
Yeah, the way that shit come in, it's on the beat so perfect. It's got the perfect pocket, but it's a flagrant fucking bar.
All up on my sofa. And if you don't know what Badussy is, it's a guy's ass, basically. That's what it is. So, I mean, he went for it, you know? He went for it.
Well, no. That's why I'm happy I'm here. But this has nothing to do with a man. What's it called? That's booty, dick, and pussy. That's all of it. So he's saying I got that shit all over my fucking sofa. But this is not just to men only. It's booty, dick, and pussy. That's what Badussy is. Oh man, yo, that line is crazy. When I did the reaction, I was just like, this nigga's different.
For it. Now, if that's your thing, listen, I'm not judging. I do know Eric Raprid. I don't think that is his thing. I think that this was just a joke, but I mean, even if it was, it's all good. There's no hate, but I think it's very clear why we all are shocked by this lyric and why it's particularly something interesting and funny to talk about. Not many people were like mad at the lyric by any means. They were just kind of saying like, what? Top comments. You might switch to what? Y'all not hearing him though. That is not a bar. It's a bar, but at what cost? That's my favorite one. A bar, but at what cost? Also, just a nice little touch in this video that people did pick up on was him holding the ramen noodles and just kind of holding it like it's a cup of lean or some drink or whatever. Obviously leaning more into the Asian stereotype, and he also has some of his boys in the background, and I feel like a lot of people associate the color red with Asia, particularly China, because of a lot of the Chinese architecture with the red roofs, or maybe
like the fucking flag of China, like big and red, yellow stars.
that's Japanese. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off here, but it seems like he did have a level of detail, level of intent, where from a branding perspective, from the imagery, he was fully intentional. There was no accidents here. The reason why this worked, we all know why. It's just shocking, right? There's no way that a straight alpha rapper, right? Because rappers are presumably alpha, presumably womanizers who fuck a lot. He even says he is. In fact, he fucks so much that he might want to try dudes. And, you know, Gen Z is pretty open-minded, so Eric knows his audience, but now you kind of have the clash of two totally different opinions where hip-hop is notoriously homophobic and alpha and womanizing, and you're basically having a rapper that is claiming that, but then is like, but maybe I'd try, you know, but maybe I'd try, boys. So it's kind of like...
And capturing the Gen Z market as well, as early and as young as they are, and Gen Alpha, to be able to get them to be on your team early is great. But the one devastating issue of capturing them is longevity of maintenance of those fucking generations, because they all are going to mature into new fucking people. And does your music mature with them to be something that they want to carry out through, like carry on with throughout their life? Because if not, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And so you'll win now, but that is where, if you lock into that age range in a market, you have to have music that matures with them, and that becomes the goal. And it's very hard. It's very hard.
It is a joke, but maybe some people who take it seriously are like, I don't really fuck with that. Like some of you, it's not like you're homophobic or anything, but you're like, I just genuinely wouldn't say that. I haven't talked to Eric, so I don't really know what his thought process was, but I don't think it's really all that deep for him. But it might be that deep for other people. It just comes down to like, if you don't go viral and you say some shit like that or you do it, then it's like, shit, I tried to be like funny or tried to be silly and then it just didn't work. So when it does work, you look like a genius, but when it doesn't work, you just kind of look like an idiot. Or maybe not, I don't know. And although all you see here on his TikTok is just this one post and then another, this was cross-posted by so many people, so many reactors on TikTok. Rap Instagram pages were posting it. Also, by the way, if you thought 4 million views was a lot, again, Instagram Reels came in to save the day and show us all that maybe we should just be focusing there. 30 million views. 30 million views. Do you know how fucking hard it is to get 30 million views? I know you guys are like used to talking numbers with Mr. Beast or whatever. We're so numb to numbers, but 30 million is insane. And the amount of value that will bring a small artist is, people would pay thousands and thousands and thousands.
Bro has a conversation with every major record label right now on the table. He's fielding offers. If he was not already at a label, he is fielding offers. And the offer is north of 6. North of 6. Minimum. And Cuz has 2 songs. 2 songs. At least 2 that I know. If he's got the Ginger Joint and he's got the whatever the Badissi record is. Bro killing it.
Thousands of dollars for that amount of views, and Eric just got it. So Eric's song was actually released a month after Rayusi's, looks like 20 days after, and it has more streams, just a little bit more, 2.3 million. But I think the most important thing to factor in is that although Eric's production was a little bit better in terms of video production, he had a nicer camera and a little bit more of a setup, a little bit more intent, but still, ultimately, it's just posting on Instagram Reels, posting on TikTok, and just letting the algorithm do its thing. And if you're an upcoming artist out there, or you're a manager, or you're...
No, it's not just that. There's quality in the music that is being made, even if it is, we'll say, for shock factor for one of them, and for the other one, it's more so leaning into nostalgia. If you were to listen to both of these records, I'm sure, because I've not heard the Rayusi's record, but I'm sure that there's a level of quality that is being put into the record that you would not typically find from artists that sound like this. And that is where, again, you must begin to start making quality music again. The want for, even if it sounds like some shit that sound like bullshit, it need to be good again. That's just coming back. And the artists that are figuring out how to maximize or utilize the algorithm while making quality, those are the niggas that are just like, well, where he come from? Why is his shit winning and mine's not? It's because you out here doing bullshit when it comes to what you're saying in a song, and you're not making it good. Versus the niggas that know how to make bullshit sound good and it be good, niggas winning. This nigga got a whole song talking about Badessi. Shit sound crazy, don't it? But go listen to the song like with open ears, and you be like, to be fair, that motherfucker slap.
You're just somebody who wants to learn about marketing music, I recently launched a music marketing newsletter called Tuned In, where every single week I give you my best marketing advice and content strategies that you can straight up steal from me. Like, I'm encouraging that you read it and just steal and just do exactly what I say, because I firmly believe that it will help you grow your music. So sign up today using the link in the description, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Who's that person that buys people's courses and then like test them to see if they're any good? That nigga need to test this. Or is that this nigga? I saw it could be Patrick, but I don't watch enough of that nigga shit to know. That said though, this was a good breakdown. I was happy I could add what I added, but I was happy to see that I'm not the only person, I guess, looking at some of these artists that are doing some, we'll say, crazier marketing strategies to like kind of blow up. So it was nice to see this. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me on this one. Thank you guys for joining me. Please do hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.